Hey Internet, this is the Cow Says Moo, and you're watching the Exploits of Cowgamel, episode 18, Minecraft Let's Play 1.2.3 with a whole bunch of mods. As you can see, I'm here in my Buildcraft room, and the refinery's working away no problem. I've got plenty of oil, or plenty of fuel. Looks like these guys are just about ready to run out of fuel though, so it's a good thing I came down here. Excuse me. Let's flip the switch and let these guys fill back up. As you can see, I've got two different banks running, so I'm running at 50% right now. Let's see how these guys are doing here. There we go. Well, as these things fill up, I actually recorded a little bit in this room earlier. So I think I'm just going to cut away right now while these things are filling and show you that video. Hey, so I just came up to my Buildcraft room. I was looking to see how much oil I had, see if I needed to go find another oil geyser or not. And I caught these engines running at orange, which means they were getting ready to explode. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on. My guess, though, is that the 3 redstone engines down below is not enough to keep 3 combustion engines cooled. The 3 engines on the pump. So I might have to move these pumps over one more so I can put a 4th engine on each one of these pumps to pump more water up into the combustion engines. They were all completely empty, but it looked like everything was working down here. So I think that they were just using more water than they could get from them. And I know I've done them with 4 engines before. Done these pumps with 4 engines before, and they're able to keep 3 combustion engines happy. So it must just be that I need one more redstone engine on each of these pumps. So I guess that means I'm going to have to move all these over. There's no need, obviously, for you to see this. You've already seen me set these up, and it's just going to be the same thing, only scooting them all over one and using one more pipe to get them over into these combustion engines. But I wanted to point out that I managed to catch it just before it exploded, and I am making the change. Alright, it looks like we've got things under control again. I have left these running for about 10 minutes, and it looks like they're still green, and the new redstone engines down on the water pumps are working and all maxed out at orange. As you can see, I just scooted these over a little bit, added another pipe, and they're all just chugging along. So hopefully that will take care of the problem, but it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. Yeah, those are flickering red, so perfect. They are up to speed. And I don't think these combustion engines should go orange as long as they've got water in them. So I think this green is up at maximum speed. But it's definitely worth keeping an eye on in the future, so I'll have to remember to pop back in here every now and then and double check. But for now, crisis averted. As you can see, we almost had an accident here. That would have been horrible. But I caught it just in time, fortunately. I just flipped the switch back off because these things are just about full of oil, or fuel. Yeah, it looks like that one's just filled up. So we should be good to go again in this room. I've got several things I want to try to do this episode and or show off. One of the things, I did make a change down here in my sorter room that I want to show you. I've been making some minor changes, adding teleport pipes and stuff like that, just so I've got plenty of them. But this one's a little bit more important. I added a condenser here instead of that antimatter relay. So it's just sitting here churning out diamonds. That way I don't have to run down here and drain out that AMR every now and then into my Kleinstar. I just hooked it up to my network here, so I can pull diamonds straight out of it. I did, let's see, let's get my wrench out here. There we go. I did tell this provider or supplier pipe here to leave the first stack of inventory because that first stack is this right here, which is my target, so obviously I want to leave that. But it does let me access these 7 diamonds. So if you come over here, just to confirm that it does, let's see, where are my diamonds? They're probably in one of these chests right up here in front. diamonds, diamonds, diamonds. There we go. 44 diamonds right there. So if we were to hit one of these pipes and look at what I've got available, it should say 51. Yeah, 51, which is those 44 plus these 7. So I've got all of them available. And as you can tell, I've been doing some stuff off camera. I've got 51 diamonds now. But that condenser there, I wasn't sure if it was going to work. I just wasn't 100% positive. So I actually grabbed that from my equivalent exchange room up there. So I'm going to go back up top and make another condenser and put it in up there. But since I took the AMR from down there, which was a Mark II, I also have that. So I'll add that to the room up there as well. So let's head up there. Alright, here we go. I've definitely been starting to get a hang of this Sword of the Zephyr. I use it all the time, running around. I still find it incredibly amusing. Okay, let's see. I need to make a condenser. So actually, let's head back down here to this chest, or this ender chest and requester system and everything. Figure out what I need for that condenser. I think I did pull out a alchemical chest. I did. So we'll see what we need to do to turn that into a condenser, because I never remember this formula, because I usually only make it once. So it looks like I need 4 obsidian and 4 diamonds. That's a piece of cake. And 4 diamonds. There we go. And I've already forgotten if the diamonds go in the corner or if the obsidian does. And, of course, I picked the wrong way. I always do. It's ridiculous how many times I pick the wrong way there. Alright, so let's head up here. And put this condenser in and then add that new AMR as well. Oops, well, a little bit of lag there. I've been playing all morning and haven't had any lag, but as soon as I turn fraps on, chug, 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 chug. Alright, so let's add this condenser. Alright, and I guess I'll put the other AMR right here. It's only a Mark II, so this thing won't be fully lit, but I think that's okay. I think I'll do it. Antimatter relays do supply light, but Mark IIs aren't quite full daylight. The Mark IIIs are. Let's see how this thing looks. Oh, actually it looks pretty good, so that's awesome. And let's go request a diamond, because I don't think I have one. To put in that condenser, so it'll start making those for me again. There we go. Found another kitty while I was out and about. There we go. And you won't actually drain, which is kind of annoying. And you've got a ton too. Do I have any energy on me? I've got a Mobius fuel. There you go. Actually, let's convert you down and do that again. There we go. And there we go. Cool. Just not wasting all that energy that's sitting in those idle. Why? Oh, yeah, that is going down. Okay, awesome. So it looks like everything's working as intended now. And I've got quite a few Eternalist fuel and a bunch of diamonds. So I think I'm going to get to a Mercurial Eye sometime today. But there's a few other things I want to show off first back in the other area, over by the village. I've been working over there, mostly in the village itself, not in the factory, because I wanted to do that on camera, like the tree farm and that sort of thing. We'll do that on camera today too. But so I'm going to head over there and show off the changes that I've made, but I'm going to cut away first and mess around with my inventory and that sort of thing real quick. So I'll be back in a bit. Alright folks, I'm back. First let's take a look at what I've been doing around here, and then we'll get to the tree farm. So what I've been doing here is just building up a few things here and there. I've built a little apartment complex, a little tenement here, just some small rooms. One little window and door all connected. So I've got 3 little apartments. Hopefully eventually the testificates will come this way. And I also built this little nicer house here, and this is going to be just a little farm inside here, maybe some flax and wheat or something. I don't know exactly, but something in there. And it's a pretty nice little house. I actually like it. I like the design. It turned out pretty nice. And I've also started on the wall for the inner part of the city. This will be where the bigger, older houses are, like these. The original houses were. And I think I'll just spread the wall pretty much over to this side here. I haven't done anything on this side yet. Maybe put the exit somewhere up a little higher, we'll see. And then put some more city on this side, but it'll be a bit nicer than the city on the other side. And then my estates, obviously, over here, where the obelisk is and stuff. And that'll be just my area. No certificates allowed. Alright, so come back here to the wall again. In here is going to be like a guardhouse, and it has an entrance to the inside of the wall, and I will put an entrance up to the top of the wall where you can walk across it. So far I don't have anything up on top of the wall. It's just, yeah, nope, I missed. Oh well. It's a little hard to control when you're going vertical. Horizontal's pretty easy. So far it's just basic stone on top too. There's no walkway or anything. But you come down here to this arch. So that's what I've been doing out here for the most part. The peat bog has been running just fine for quite a while. There's actually, I think, a couple hundred peat in there in the sorting system now. But we'll take a look at it real quick. Everything seems all hunky-dory here. I did have to make more sand for it somewhere along the way, because I'd totally run out. But once I get this tree farm working, that shouldn't be too, or at least not as much as a problem, because one of the outputs of a tree farm is sand. So that'll work. So I guess I am ready to start working on this tree farm. And I cut down this one because it had a torch on it, and the tree farm won't automatically get rid of that. Let's get rid of the grass in here and clear out a little working space. And this one's going to be a bit more complicated than the peat bog is. There's more things coming and going. I do want to use the peat-fired engines to power it, so that definitely ramps up the complication level a bit, rather than just using teleport pipes down there. So let's see. I think I'm probably going to need sand pipes. So let's come on up here and make some sand pipes too. I don't have any of those on me. I did teach my automatic crafting tables though how to make that, so I should be able to just click it here. Yeah, here we go. I don't know how many I'm going to need. Let's go with 4. So a tree farm is just, as we set up last time, the arboretum and the logger. There's another one, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it automatically puts basically bone meal on the trees and grows them super fast, but I don't think I'm going to need that. I'm not going to be in that big of a hurry to get trees right now. I just want it to be consistently making some trees. So I do want the peat-fired engines. Let's get those made up. There we go, peat-fired engines. I've got my wireless. Got a bunch of pipes. I've got basic logistics and a couple lapis just to make sure I've got supplier pipes where I need them. I did just a little bit of testing because I'd never used peat-fired engines for a tree farm, and I did encounter a weird issue that I will mention as we're going on, having to do with supplier pipes. But I think I've got everything I need here. Let's see if I've got like humus and stuff on me. I've got peat, I've got sand. I don't have humus, I've got saplings. Let's get some humus and maybe some ash too. We'll get 16 humus. And I should only need 1 ash. I just want to make sure I can teach it to the diamond pipe if I need to, depending on how I set it up. We'll put those back in here for right now. So let's see, outputs are going to be saplings. Outputs are going to be apples and stuff, but I think I'm going to avoid the diamond pipe with that part. Humus, which is what's going to have to go into the arboretum along with the saplings. Peat for the engines. Actually, let's get a couple more of those because I'm going to need a few to get it started up, I guess. Yeah, 320 peat, so it's been running for quite a while. I've been fiddling around with this village, cleaning things up in the old part and setting up the new stuff, trying to get the layout how I want it. So that's been running for quite a while. Alrighty. Let's first off get these peat-fired engines down because they're nice and easy. There we go, peat-fired engines. And let's get this wireless stuff down because that's nice and easy too. And it clears up space in my inventory. There we go. And the tree farm was 202 because the peat farm was 203. I think. Yeah, that sounds right. Alright. And I don't know that I'll be needing this spot, but if I do, I'll get it in a second. And I'll cover it up like I did the other one, so I can walk over it without falling in. But leave the frequency exposed so I can see it if I need it. There we go, 202. Yeah, 202. Okay. So what we're going to need to do is get peat to these engines, humus to this arboretum, and saplings to this arboretum. So I'm going to need probably 2 supplier pipes. And initially when I was testing, I thought I was going to need 3 supplier pipes because I have 2 engines down here, but apparently supplier pipes, when they're right next to each other, don't work quite right. So what I ended up doing is just a supplier pipe here and an advanced insertion pipe here. Because it forces whatever is coming down the pipe to go into this one. And that seemed to work pretty well. I'll probably have to do a bit more testing, but with the quick test that I did, it seemed to work. So let's get 2 supplier pipes. And we'll set up one right here and one right here. And I think that'll work. And then we'll hook up a diamond pipe to this so I can route things into there or down here as needed. We'll put the insertion pipe here. That way when this thing requests peat, it'll go through this and fill up this one as well. To hook up to an insertion pipe, I need an actual stone one. I can't use cobblestone, so this is where the stone will go. I guess that means... Well, let's see. Stuff comes out of this logger, so let's get that set up too, and then figure out from there where we're going. Saplings and apples come out of the top of the logger. Actually, I don't think I need an iron pipe there. And I'm using iron pipes because I might end up connecting to some of this, and I don't want any of this going back into the locker. We'll use an iron pipe here because that's where wood comes out. Let's get my wrench. So open those up the way I want them. Actually, first let's continue on here and make sure I've got everything I need. Then I'm going to run down here, and I don't want anything going into this engine, so I'm going to use that sand pipe. And what a sand pipe does, as you can see, is it connects to pipes, but it doesn't connect to engines, which is pretty cool. It's from the, I think it's from the Sneaky Pipes expansion. And am I going to have room here? Yeah, I think I'm going to put the ender chest right here. And I think I've got one more of them in here somewhere. I do. Ender chest. I think I'm going to put that ender chest right there and run my sand pipes underneath as well so they don't run into this. And then they're not running into my pipes because I don't want these two to mix if I can help it. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. And then let's get cobblestone pipes. Go here. And let's see. How do I get up to here without running into that logistics? I guess I have to dig under my chest here. Like this. Here we go. Something like that. Okay. And then that can just be cobblestone. Yeah, that should work. Just get this wrench out, and I want things to be going down, so the texture that's transparent is open down, so that's what I want. And I think I can go cobblestone on top too, so we'll put cobble up there. And then I want things to go down again here, not back into this, so let's whack that a couple times. Okay, so apples, saplings. Yeah, I think that's it. Apples and saplings should come up out of that. Go down here through the open one. Hit this. Can't go in there because it's closed, so they'll continue down into the open one. They can't go in here because it's a sand pipe. Running over into that. These two don't connect because it's stone and cobblestone, and they'll go into my ender chest. So yeah, that looks perfect. And then I'm going to put the teleport pipe then here. I think. And it'll teleport in. And I'll have to tell it to send Pete down to the bottom. Yeah, we'll do that. Which is black. Right. Okay. And yellow will be saplings and humus. So let's get those out of here. Get everything I need here. Yellow will be saplings and humus. I suspect that ash is probably going to come out these. I hope so anyway. So I'm going to want ash to go into blue. And the logger produces, the arboretum, when it replaces something with humus, it gets sand. So sand will have to go blue as well. Nothing goes green, so I think that's how I want it set up. So teleport pipes, this will be making requests over here. Let's go ahead and get those supplier requests. I don't really need you to have 32 at once, so we'll say 16 and 16. And then give you some of each of those. To begin with, it'll want 32. That's fine, but it doesn't need 32 all the time because the trees grow slowly. And that's all you need to be supplied with. Yeah. And then this will supply you with 64 because I wouldn't normally bother filling it all the way up. Hang on, let me finish clicking before I try talking. 61, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I wouldn't normally bother filling this all the way up like I did up there with that. But since I've got this advanced insertion pipe here, it's going to just keep requesting and keep requesting until this one gets all the way full first, and then it'll start filling up this one. I don't suppose I really need 64 there anyway. That's 128 peat just sitting over here burning up. That's fine. I don't really care. That peat bog's going to be running almost all the time anyway, so I think that's fine. So peat will come in through here and hit this and go to black, which is perfect. That's what I want to see. That's getting peat. That's getting peat. This is getting saplings. Wow, I think we are done already. That was pretty quick. Again, let's just find a frequency that's open and turn you to true. See if any requests will be made. Hey, there we go. That looks like it's hitting the insertion pipe and going over there, which is what I tested before. Oops. Yeah, see, it's filling up. And now it's going in here and filling this one. And here you can have the extras I've got on me. There we go, 64. Yeah, I'm not 100% about this, but it looks pretty good to start with. So let's just go and turn it on and see what happens. Only one way to find out for sure, I suppose. Crank it up. Tree farm was 202, perfect. Power came on, that's a good start. And we have stuff being planted yet? Nope, not quite yet. We'll give it a second. Did you ever get your stuff? You've got 16 and 32 already, so you're okay. Well, we'll just give that stuff a second, and I'll start cleaning up this area here a bit. Not too much. I might need to whack something still. Come on, start planting. I know your power is not too high yet, but you've got everything you need. Ah, there we go. Sweet. So it started working. That's awesome. Well, I was going to cut the camera for a second, but I want to at least get to the saplings first. And make sure that this thing is going to auto refuel with humus, as you just saw it. There we go. Awesome, so it's slowly filling up. Once these engines get up to speed, it'll go a lot faster. So I'm not too worried about that yet. Is it this one here? Oh yeah, wow, that's going to be pretty close. That's okay. Oh, and there we go, a sapling. Awesome. So it looks like it's filling up and working. Now all we need to do is wait for a little while until it completes building, and then I will grab some bone meal and test out the logger part of it too. So I'm going to cut camera for a moment and be back when this is done building. All right, we're back. Everything here looks pretty happy. Um, the Arboretum's got 16 saplings and 16 humus, which is exactly what the supplier pipe is supposed to keep stocked. The engines here both have 64 peat in them, so that's perfect, which is what that supplier pipe is supposed to be stocking them with. Looks like, oh, there's ash. Awesome. It's doing crazy shit. How did it even get into this pipe? Apparently, it thinks that sand pipe is available to pump out of, even though, yeah, it doesn't pump back into it. And then this one just came in here and shot in through here, and I guess went through the blue into my chest. Crazy. Whatever. As long as ash ends up where I want it, I guess I don't care much how it gets there. I'm a little concerned about this one because I thought it looked like it went into the teleport pipe, but I doubt it did. I bet it went into there because that diamond pipe was already set up for it. Anyway, I want to test out some of these trees, so I'm going to just use some bone meal and trigger a few of the... Oh, I got fireflies on them. That's cool. I've never seen that before on a tree farm. Though, I guess it's possible that I haven't used Twilight Forest at the same time I was making a tree farm. I don't know. We'll see. Is that another one? Oh, it's gone already. I thought I saw another one. Cool. Well, let's see what we get here. Oh, it even harvested that firefly. That's pretty badass. Okay, so we're getting wood, which is good. I even got the firefly. The wood's coming out here. I assume the firefly probably comes out the top then with saplings and apples. Just a hunch. I got a sapling. That's good. And everything's just moving on up here and ending up in the ender chest. I just picked up a sapling. Must be from behind me. Pete showed up because you can see stuff in other ender chests as long as they're on the same network. So the firefly and the wood ended up there, which is what I want to see. I haven't noticed sand yet. Let's make sure the sand is working correctly. Hey, there's sand. And it comes out and goes into the ender chest. Brilliant. So, I think it's done. I think it's working just fine. Another thing I've never done with the tree farm is try setting up other trees. I've always just used the plain oak ones. I assume the other ones probably work, but I want to give it a try because I wouldn't mind having a few more of these other types of trees. So let's just get a few of them. And I'm not going to teach it to my supplier pipe or anything. I'm just going to pop them in here so that it uses them, hopefully. We'll go like that. And see if maybe it'll plant those. Awesome. That looks like it's working perfectly. Can't believe it. I'm glad I did that little testing though with this insertion pipe because that was a headache. I had put a supplier pipe here and a supplier pipe here, and it just wasn't pulling anything at all. And I couldn't figure out why until finally I deleted this one and just left this one in, and then it worked just fine. And I'm like, well, maybe two supplier pipes can't work next to each other. So I used an insertion pipe instead, and it worked perfectly, except for that I can't just tell it to put 16 peat into this one and 16 into this one, or 32 or whatever I feel like, because it'll go in there until it's full. So it'll put all 64 in there. But that's not a huge deal. I've got plenty of peat, so I'm okay with that. Let's see, am I still just using regular saplings so far? It looks like it. I don't see any other ones in use. Let's cut down some of these leaves. And pull one of those saplings out and see if I can't manually plant it over here and see what happens. I'm just curious. Whatever. There we go. So none of them have been used yet. Nope, not yet. Alright. Let's see what we got here then. Let's just put a birch over here. Nope, I can't even plant it. Okay, so I guess it is just oak. Good to know. So I'll pull those out of there then. And it replanted it. I guess I'll just manually do my own birch and oak, or birch and pine. Not a big deal. So let's just finish cleaning this up, and I think I'm going to call this tree farm done, which is awesome. It didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to set it up. The only thing I really played with was those peat engines, because I'd never done that part before, and I knew it was going to add another layer of complexity, but it really wasn't too bad. And I think I'm going to turn these into stone like I did over on the other side. Let's go with a 5x5. Just gussying it up a bit. There we go. So now the center part of that is stone. I'm probably going to want another one of those walkways like I put on the other side, on the peat bog. An underpass of sorts. I don't suppose it really matters much where I put it. Maybe I'll put it in the corner here. This thing does produce sand, so I'm going to need to, sorry, thinking here. Alright, here we go. I'm going to need to put a panel up on top so the sand doesn't fall on my head. Let's get my diamond handsaw out. I made another talisman of repair, and I just leave it in here, so that way anytime I throw anything up in my bag, it just heals up, which is pretty awesome. Let's just make one of these. Here we go. Put this dirt panel up on the ceiling, so that when I get a tree and it turns into sand, it doesn't fall down. And it continues harvesting. There we go. And now I've got a little underpass where I can come up over here and mess with things without trying to walk through these stupid trees. I probably shouldn't have put it right up against the side now that I think about it, because that tree will grow and I might not be able to climb out. So maybe I'll just do 2 wide. There we are. There we go. And I will route my little trail around this. If I've got any gravel on me. Not much. Do I have any in the bag? Yeah, I do. Been working with gravel a lot here today. Trying to make a path around the village. And we'll just go like this and lead to my laser fab while I'm at it. There we go. Which is currently not doing anything, but that's okay. I don't really need any gates at the moment. I should probably get some of them started because they occasionally take so long to run, depending on what gate you're doing. But I'll do that off camera. There's no need to make you guys watch that. Maybe show you some of the recipes since they're not in NEI. But other than that, cool. So tree farm is done. So I've got wood and saplings and apples and apparently fireflies too going into my system. Those fireflies might be cumbersome actually eventually, depending on how common they are, because I can't burn them up in my condenser. But that's okay. If I see that I've got a ton of them, I'll just pull them out and throw them in the fire or something. Go and use up my bone meal here. Oh, there's another firefly. It's pretty cool though. And there we go. Got all of my bone meal used up. Got a nice little underpass leading over here so I can take a look at it, make sure everything's working. I still don't see anything just dropping on the ground, so that's a good sign. Wood's going into my chest. Wonder how much wood I have now, because I was definitely running low. I'm up to 64. Okay. Not bad. I think I was at 4, so that's pretty good. Cool. Well, let me go through my inventory and get rid of the stuff I don't need here and figure out what I want to do next for y'all. Be back in a bit. Hey everyone, I'm back. As you can see, I planted my saplings that I was trying to put into the tree farm but didn't work. We'll see what we can get out of those. And I also put up a few extra doors here and there. I still don't have ceilings, so I'm still getting rained on. But I at least put doors with pressure plates so I can get in and out and keep other guys. Well, I guess it doesn't keep anybody out, but it looks good. And I also checked, and I think that I can actually make my mercurial eye now. So let's have a look, see at what I've got here. I've got 30 Eternalist fuel that I've been saving, or that I've saved up, and I think that's exactly what I need. And then I'm going to need 28 diamonds, I believe. There's 1, and then 9 for each of those, so yeah, 28 diamonds. And I think I have that now, so let's grab some diamonds and see. Yeah, awesome. This is a neat builder's tool. It's not going to do much for people that are just more the hack and slash and power gamer type, but it's awesome for building. Let's see here. Turn 3 of those into blocks. And then I've got 1 left for the thing itself. Awesome. And then we will make dark matter. Oops. And I've already taught my trans tablet dark matter, so I won't bother teaching that. But once I get this red matter, I will definitely teach it this. Red matter, awesome. So let's run up here to the transmutation tablet and teach it this real quick. 466,000. Oh boy. That is so much. But it's worth it. It's a lot better than trying to replace all this cobblestone manually. And I will definitely want it eventually anyway. So, and then it's 5 bricks. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. Must be 3 obsidian. Something like that. We'll see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, the red matter, so it's just 2 obsidian. Okay, that's fine. Ta-da! Mercurial eye! Yay! Alright, so I don't need obsidian, but what I do want is something to transmute to. Let's see. I think I want... Well, I don't know for sure, but I think I want regular basalt first. We'll give that a shot. And the way this mercurial eye works is you hit G to change its mode, and I want it in transmutation. And you hit C to open up this interface, and you're going to put your Klein star there and your target block here. So it's going to change whatever I click on to basalt. And if what I am turning from costs less EMC than what I'm turning to, it will take any extra EMC from this Klein star, and if it's the other way around, it'll actually put it back in. So that's pretty awesome. What I want to change, I think, is the grass around here. I want this area to be super dark. So if I click now on this grass, it'll turn it into basalt. Awesome. And I can turn up the charge by hitting V, and it'll do a little block. Oh, see? That's not what I meant. Yeah, I'm not 100% with this thing yet. I've used it several times, but I still screw it up every now and then. That's fine there, though. It doesn't quite work like the Philosopher's Stone, and I expect it to. It just changes everything. So I guess I'll just leave it on uncharged for right now and start changing the grass into basalt, and we'll see how that looks. And I'm not going to change it quite everywhere, obviously, but I do want to change quite a bit of it. Make it look like it's all black-topped in here, basically. Misclick there. Oh, maybe I won't change that over there. There we go. So now instead of the grass around, I've got this. That looks pretty good. I'll be right back. Alright, so that's basically how you use the Mercurial Eye. I think I might try making one more equivalent exchange item too, because I'm doing a lot of clearing things out and then rebuilding. I think I might want to try getting the Destruction Catalyst too. I seem to remember that it was pretty cheap, but I don't remember how cheap, so we'll see what. 4 Mobius fuel and 4 more Mobius fuel, so 8 Mobius fuel and 4 TNT. Oh, I should be able to do that. Yeah, definitely. I actually even have 4 TNT. One of the fossil rooms, I think, had TNT in it. I don't remember if I caught that on camera or not, though. And then Mobius fuel. I think I'll just get a couple diamonds and downgrade those. Actually, I've got a Klein star, so I could do it directly from that, but that's okay. Oh, my clan star is currently inside of my mercurial eye. There we go, 8. I don't think that's right. I think I need a couple. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's right. Somehow I miscounted there. Not too shocking. And I think I've got flint and steel in my bag. Yep. Alright. Hey, there we go, destruction catalyst. This is kind of the anti-mercurial eye. You guys have probably seen it before, but I'll come out here and use it out. Just a little bit. I'm clearing this area a bit still, so we'll come on up here. So the way it works is by default, it gets rid of a 3x3 plane, either straight ahead if you're pointing that direction, or straight down. I'll go ahead and use it here. And it is powered by the climb star. It costs, I don't remember exactly, I think it's 8 EMC per block it breaks. So breaking dirt isn't efficient because you're only going to get 1 EMC per piece, but mining, it's fairly efficient, especially if you're down in the metal area down in the bottom. But you just right click it and poof, it gets rid of a 3x3 plane. If you charge it up, it gets rid of multiple 3x3 planes. I think level 1 is 4 deep, level 2 is 9 deep, and level 3 is 16 deep. So you can get rid of a 3x3 area 16 horizontal or 16 down. So that's pretty awesome. It'll definitely help me with clearing out this area and leveling it out so I can work on this village. So I made a mercurial eye and a destruction catalyst. And today we also did the tree farm, which went a little smoother than I expected even. I had that Buildcraft accident, or near accident, that I showed you guys. And that's about it. There are a couple other little things. I showed off the area here and stuff like that. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you again next episode. In the meantime, have fun and keep mooing.